Hello builders, I'm hoping you like butterflies, because we got butterflies for you. All the butterflies. We got the monarch, we got swallowtail, we got European peacocks, we got the big old blue merfolk, and we got the cloudless Sophia. Okay, I don't know what accents I just ran through, but I feel like I went through the whole spectrum of weird accents right there. But you know what, we're gonna leave it, we're moving on. And we're gonna take all these butterflies and we're gonna throw them all in one big garden. And where is this garden going? Well, it's going right beside the swamp exhibit, and right beside the insect cave, and right beside the old primate island. In reality, it's just kind of filling an awkward space, and I need something to go there. The end result is a beautiful little garden for guests to come and wind down in. And originally I thought this thing was going to take me about a weekend to do, but afterwards it ended up being like 4 or 5 days. So no wonder this video is going to be run a little bit longer than my normal videos. Because of that, I've had to speed up the footage quite a bit just to get it to fit within a certain amount of time frame. But let me know if the footage is too fast for you in the comments down below, and maybe in the next couple videos I'll just run a little bit slower, and there'll be a less jittery camera movement. And bam, just like that, we're saving on a little bit of time for this video, and I've cut out 4 or 5 iterations of me filling with this sign. In the end, the different iterations were all fairly bland and not really worth even showing this video, so we're going to come in here with the end result, where the thing looks a little bit more colorful and bright. Just like you would expect beautiful little butterflies to be. Of course, we need to have some butterflies on our butterfly sign. I come in here, throw a couple up, and then we start coloring them to look like the butterflies in the exhibit. But I decided that wasn't enough. We need a couple more, so I just make up a few different colors to add a little bit more splash of a rainbow in here. And now with the basic pathing and layout done, we just come in and start fine-tuning a few little bits of the terrain before we get into the real nitty-gritty of rocks and plants and all that fun stuff later. Now here is an idea I borrowed from my parents. Back at their place, they have a lovely little grapevine that you can sit under in the middle of summer and just relax and just forget about the heat in that lovely shade. Something I want to replicate in this little zoo. So why not throw it here in the garden, where the whole idea is just to relax. And speaking of relaxing, let's start adding in some benches, so people have somewhere to actually sit and relax in our little garden. Now we can start adding in a little bit more plants and rocks everywhere, starting with some lovely little flowering moss here. Now the whole garden is going to be encased in glass and rocks, just to prevent the little butterflies from escaping. Now I know in game they're stuck within the little boxes and they're in a little animated path, but you know what? I just wanted the butterflies to look like they can fly around freely and have fun. Make it a proper giant butterfly garden. Because you know what? Stone likes going big on his builds. Did I just refer to myself in the third person? I think I did. We're leaving it in because I go big on my builds and that statement stands. After sitting here for a month and a half incomplete, we can finally come over and work on the inside cave, or at least on the exterior of it. I can finally bring people over on the tours and not have to explain to them why it's incomplete. Now it's just complete, and I can just show it off proudly. Hooray! Now we're just going to spend the next good chunk of the video just decorating the inside of the butterfly garden with rocks and trees and plants and flowers. All the beautiful stuff that makes this place, well, a garden. So I'll take this chance to give a little bit of a channel update, and then I'll let you just sit back and relax and watch the rest of the plant and rock work. And I might chime in every now and then if something pops up. Otherwise, just feel free to relax and enjoy the building. So, channel update. Let's talk channel. I'm happy for all your guys' support and your lovely comments on my video so far, and a couple of you have joined me over on Twitch, so thank you to all of you who have done so. But for this channel, Planet Zoo takes a long time to build my projects, and the next project I'm currently working on right now is the European Village. In it, we will of course have all the European animals that we can fit in, but the actual village part of it, as an instance of how long this is taking, took me about 12 hours of work to do. And as of this recording, I have finished the deer/swan habitat and the ibex habitat, but we still have lots more animals to go. So long story short, it might be about another week or two before you see another video uploaded for the zoo. The reason for this is because I like to have little tours at the end of my videos showing off the build, and I can't really get that whole tour built until I finish the whole area. Although if you all want it, let me know. I can start uploading the videos without those tours, because I do have the videos edited for the village and the deer habitat already done. I just need to put the tours on the end of them. Or maybe we can wait until they are done and we'll get a more finished product. It's up to you, let me know. Or of course, you could always come join me over on Twitch and I can show you the building as we're going. Aha, how's that for plugging my channel? Speaking of channels, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. That way you can get more updates on these beautiful builds. Okay, that should be enough for a channel update. Let's just sit back and enjoy the building for a bit. And speaking of the building, I will just chime in and note that this isn't a normal, what you would call a garden, where everything is nice and primed and properly organized. Like the rest of the zoo, I wanted the whole place to look overgrown and wild, with lots of flowers for nectar for the butterflies. Right here, you will notice I'm covering up these ugly little metal poles with actual wood to make it look a little more natural. In retrospect, I kind of messed up on this. Since all the butterfly exhibits are the same, what I should have done is, back at the beginning when I had all the butterfly exhibits lined up, I should have just built them over one of them, and copied and pasted over, instead of having to try and fiddle with them all separated like this now. But hey, live and learn. Next time I do a big old butterfly exhibit, I'll know what to do. And right here, we're just going to add in a couple of these rock pillars to help hold up the future glass roof that we will be putting in. And now comes time for a bit of construction, where I'm going to start building up a little bit of glass for the butterfly garden. This specific wall is going to overlook the backyard bayou, the swamp area. Specifically, the closest exhibit would be the Asian monitor lizard. We want to have a little bit of green growing up this little wall, so I add the trellises in. And other than that, we're just going to play around with the look a couple times and try to find something we are happy with. And this is my first attempt at building a glass roof for this whole area. Overall, I wasn't quite happy with it, so I ended up just deleting the whole thing and starting over. I was thinking of editing the video and just taking the whole thing out, but I figured I'm going to leave it in. That way you can see what I was attempting to do, and then you can let me know if the final result was actually better looking or worse. But never feel like you have to use something just because you put a lot of time into it. Sometimes doubling down on a mistake will just make the mistake even worse. So feel free to just step back, start over, and come up with something new for your zoo that you're happy with. Because in the end, that's what makes zoos great. It's whether you're happy with it or not. And here's a quick little pillar idea I was playing around with that I ultimately didn't end up using. But hey, I figured I'm going to leave this in. Maybe you can make this work with a little pattern of swirling butterflies going up it. In the end, we go with a different type of pillar to hold up the roof, as you will see later in the video. After spending too much time on this pillar and getting a little frustrated with it, I decided just to delete it and move on and do a little bit of gardening and pruning to take my mind from it. So as a graphic designer, you know I have to put signs everywhere. So I need to at least label everything in this park. So we come here and add in a tiny little insect cave sign. Not as big as our main entrance to the cave, but still, just a little sign showing that it's got little bugs and bats in it. Now, as I have stated before on past videos, I'm not particularly good at building sculptures in this game, so I rely on the kindness of strangers from the workshop. So just to fill in a few little spaces here, I wanted to find some big butterfly statues, and the workshop did not disappoint. People are amazing in this world and everyone is full of creativity, even you watching. Feel free to join the Discord and share your pictures of your zoo or your videos. I would love to see them. Everyone in the Discord is super friendly and we always welcome new people who are trying to learn the game or are experts of the game, either or. Link to the Discord down below. Right about here I decide it's time for that new roof I talked about earlier. And I came up with the idea of adding in a few taller domes throughout the structure that will allow for larger trees to be planted and grow. And now it's time to add in those pillars I was talking about all so long ago. We need to have some kind of structural support, so I ended up adding in the pillars right to the corners of these domes, because I felt like that was a good spot to keep them in. So I come in, make one, and once we're happy with it, we copy and paste it to all the other corners of the domes, and then we'll go in a little bit later and add in a bunch of ivy hanging from the ceiling. Once the pillars are put in place, I come in and just do a quick flyby through the entire exhibit to Make sure the pillars aren't clipping into anything weird at their bases. And we're nearing the home stretch for the exhibit. All that's left is a little bit of cleanup, such as getting these gates at the entrances lined up with the roofs, so there's no gaps for those butterflies to escape from. And now for a little bit of icing on the cake, we come in and start adding in a few little special effects around here. So things like little falling leaves, cherry blossoms, little dandelion tufts, anything that just adds a little bit of ambiance to this beautiful garden. Now that we're nearing the end of the video, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed another build. If you were just skipping through the video and you're only coming to the end now, I just remind everyone that the next video will be for the European section, although that will probably be about a week and a half away before I start uploading those, as we still have a lot of building to go in that area. Although it might even be a little bit longer, because I do like to go crazy on the detail. But hey, you can always come over on Twitch and watch the progress while you wait. I might also be uploading a few other little vlogs and stuff from my other Twitch games I play up on this channel, and see if anyone wants to watch those. But, you know, don't feel like you have to. Watch the content you want to watch. And I'll just make the content I want to make, and we'll see if they line up. But with that, feel free to leave a comment, like, and do all that YouTuber stuff. Join me on Twitch, follow the Discord, all links down below. I'm going to stop rambling now and leave you with a final flyby tour of the butterfly exhibit. Have a good one, builders. Happy building!